Paul says in 1 Thessalonians 5:8, but let us who are of the day be sober. Now, it's not just be sober from drunkenness, but we're encouraged to be sober in regard to the times that we live in. And then he says, putting on the breastplate of faith and love and the helmet of the hope of salvation. So Paul says this, let us who are of the day be sober. Now, that's present tense, which means that we need to be continually sober. We should be sober all the time. Now, when it says putting on the breastplate and the helmet, that means once and for all. So put it on and keep it on. The breastplate, of course, was put on the front. It was either metal or some kind of heavy leather, but it was very important because it protected your vital organs, your heart, your intestines, and so the breastplate covers your emotional center, love, faith, where your heart is at. And so Paul is saying, be a soldier in order to live differently than the world lives. So listen, there's going to be a contest, there's going to be a struggle, it's going to be a war, it's not going to be easy. Now, Paul will say to Timothy that no man that wars, nobody who's on active duty, entangles himself with the affairs of this life. You know, kind of like what Jesus said in Matthew chapter 6. He says, don't be consumed, or don't be worried about what we're going to wear, what we're going to drink, and what we're going to eat, where we're going to be living. Now, Paul doesn't say that those things are wrong in and of themselves, but somebody who's in the military, somebody who's on active duty, they're not to be dominated by the things that dominate the lives of people that are at home, civilians, you might say. And so basically what Paul says is that no man who's on active duty entangles himself with the affairs of this life. The reason? That he might please him who has chosen him to be a soldier. And so, of course, the idea is that we just don't have the time to be tangled up in those things. You know, as husbands and wives, we can argue about so many things. Finances, how big the house is, who's going to make coffee in the morning. And really, so much of it is absolute nonsense. It's like it doesn't even matter. If Christ is really coming, what matters is people need to get saved. Our kids, our grandkids, they need to be on solid ground biblically. The world is battling for their souls. We're in a battle, we're in a war, we're in a struggle, and we can't get caught up living for the delicacies of this world. The delicacies, again, in and of themselves aren't wrong, but we're in battle. We're supposed to be soldiers, and so let's act like it.